Hello everybody, and good morning if you're practicing with me in the morning. This sequence is meant to boost your energy in the morning, and it's a quick one to help get your day started. So when you're ready, you can get on your yoga mat. I have a beach towel here, which is fine if you're on a non-slippery surface, but a yoga mat is always preferred. So let's gently close our eyes, roll your shoulders down your back. Notice how you're breathing. And just start to settle in. You may have just woken up, so we're transitioning to this waking state. Give yourself time. And if it's early in the morning and you have stillness around you, let yourself bask in that. This is one of my favorite times of the day. Early morning when things haven't gotten started yet, and there's this palpable stillness. Bring your hands to center at your heart. Open your eyes, sweep your arms up and around. So your hands will come overhead and you'll draw your hands down to your heart. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, gathering the fresh energy of the day, and exhale, draw your hands down to your heart. We'll take our left hand to our right knee. Right arm reaches up and behind you. So you're on your right fingertips, gazing out over your right shoulder. Sitting up tall, the spine is nice and straight. You'll take that right arm and now arc it over the body. So keeping your left hand on your right knee, arc that right arm over your body. And if it's okay for your neck, look up towards the sky. And then continue that downwards motion. And your arm will sweep down. Your hand will come to your left knee. And you'll fold your head down towards your chest. Arms are crossed. Breathe into the back side of your body. All parts of your back. And lifting your head. Keep your right hand on your left knee. Take your left arm and sweep it around and back. So your left fingertips come to touch the mat behind you. Gaze out over your left shoulder. Shoulders stay relaxed, spine is tall. Breathing into the twist. And that left arm will sweep up and overhead, arcing, looking underneath your left arm. And then follow that arm down. So your hand will come to your right knee. Arms are crossing in an X shape. And your head comes to your chest. Breathing into your upper back. And feel free to find a little movement here. Come to stillness. Release your hands and come up to center. Now we'll transition onto hands and knees. Coming into tabletop pose. Knees are under the hips. Wrists and hands are under your shoulders. Tailbone is slightly tucked in for a flat back. As you inhale, drop your belly and look up. As you exhale, pull your belly button in and round your back. And take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So following your breath, inhaling, dropping your belly. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Pulling your belly button back in. We'll take one more round. And then we'll meet back into a neutral spine tabletop. So remember that your neck is an extension of the spine. So keeping your head nice and flat in line with your spine. Pressing down into the left hand, we'll lift the right arm out in front of you and bring your left leg straight out behind you. Pulling your belly in, staying strong through your core. Inhale to slightly reach the arm and leg up. And as you exhale, round your back, draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow comes in. And one more time. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to squeeze your elbow to your knee. And place that knee and hand down. Take a few breaths in, tabletop. And bring your right leg and your left arm out. Lift the arm and leg up slightly. And as you exhale, round your back, bring your elbow to your knee. Follow your breath here. Make sure you're not collapsing through your right arm. And on your last exhale, we'll come and meet back into a neutral tabletop. So tucking your toes under, pressing evenly into both hands, lift your hips back and up, coming into downward facing dog. Breathing here, pedaling out through your legs. You can move from side to side. Your heels definitely do not need to be touching the ground at this point. Just notice how your body's feeling. Go ahead and shake your head so that you know it's nice and loose. And let's find stillness in downward facing dog wherever you are. Breathing into the shape. Looking up towards your hands, you can either hop or step to the top of your mat. As you inhale, come halfway up, fingertips to shins, flatten your back, looking forward. Exhale, let yourself fold forward. So taking your opposite elbows into opposite hands, we'll sway from side to side here. Letting your breath carry you and breathing into your back body. Release your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale to fold down. Place your hands down, stepping back into plank. So your belly button pulls in. You'll lower your knees and then your chest. So guide your chest down as though you're going to do a push-up, but your chest touches down. Your elbows and your arms stay in right alongside your body. Chin touches down, and the only thing lifted is your butt here. And your belly pulls in and then release. So dropping the belly and the pelvis down, relaxing your shoulders, sliding your hands a little bit out in front of you. Come up to Cobra. Opening up through the chest and the throat. And then lower your chest down. Tuck your toes, hands come back underneath your shoulders. Push yourself back up to plank and shift back to downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here in this shape. And look up towards your hands. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale to come halfway up. Flat back. Exhale to fold. Bending your knees. Place your hands down. Step back into plank. And we'll take the knees, chest, chin variation. So knees come down. And then as though you're doing a push-up, your belly pulls in. Guide your chest down. Your chin touches on the mat as well. Elbows stay in tight. Lower your belly and your pelvis. Slide your hands a little bit out in front of you, coming up into Cobra, shining your heart forward, looking up at the sky. Exhale to lower down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Toes tuck under. And now try all at once to push your body up with strength, coming into plank. We'll breathe in plank for a few breaths. Checking in with your head, making sure your head is not collapsed and is out straight, looking down at the floor. Take your stance wide. So your feet will probably need to be as wide as the yoga mat, if not a little wider. This is for balance. So here, lift your left leg straight up behind you and place it down. So slow and with control, lift your right leg and then place it down. And so you can try here to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. Be easy with yourself, don't force it. Just see where you're at today. And lower the arm and the leg down and come into child's pose. So hands can come behind you. This is a more passive child's pose with your palms facing up, forehead touches down on the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale to come up. And on the knees, we're going to roll the shoulders back and come into camel pose. So your hands can come as though you're putting your hands in your pockets here, in your back pockets. Tailbone tucks under. So you don't want to have an arch in your back. You want to tuck that tailbone under. As you inhale, you lift up your chest. Shoulders roll back. Open through your throat and your chest. And as though you have a giant beach ball behind you. It's like you're arching over. But going slow. And then we come back up. Nice and slow. We'll try that again. Shoulder blades stay squeezing together. Coming into camel pose. If it's in your practice, you could take your hands down to your heels, but don't push it because it's the morning. So I'm going to stay up here with my hands on my hips. You do what feels good for you. And then come back up. We'll take another brief passive child's pose. So forehead comes down on the mat. Breathing into your lower back. And lift yourself up. And tuck your, stand up on your feet. And roll yourself up to stand. So shoulders roll up when you get to the top. Palms face forward. Feet are underneath your hips. Standing tall. Your head reaches up towards the sky. If you're outside, feel the sun on your skin. If you're inside, pretend that you can feel the sun on your skin. And maybe put a small or big smile on your face. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a few deep cleansing breaths in and out. And I hope you go on to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for starting your day off right and healthy. Have a great rest of your day.